anything?
Sinead's just busting herself up over here.
Yeah, she's a keyboard warrior over here. How's it going, guys?
You know me.
Excellent.
I'm great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You came over in a better mood than usual.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Man, are we like too zoomed in? Like we're
No.
way closer than we normally are.
Like
Yeah.
I like that it's nice and tight.
The nice
Tight.
tight penis.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, like nice and tight. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's where we want to be. We want to be up close and personal. I feel like before we were actually kind of like farther away, but like that was more detached, right?
I don't know.
Now
man.
it's much
I
more
don't-
intimate.
You
It's,
can
don't
see
feel
all
like
of
I
our
can-
flaws now.
I don't feel like I can trust somebody until I see their pores.
well, I feel like they want to see our flaws, and I feel like actually we've exposed them quite frequently
I think they just.
before now.
I think
Sure,
they're
all
just
the
taking a
arguing
closer
and
look at the cutie boys.
All the not letting us finish.
Yeah. Oh, can I just say something real quick?
Yeah.
I want to say thanks to Shadow for sending over Brandon and Dauntless, and thanks to them for the nice comments.
Yeah, they left some nice compliments.
Like we
nice,
like,
sweet
you know,
boys.
and all the more the merrier, and you know, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I mean, we have a small but very awesome community going here, so I appreciate it.
YouTube's just been such a bitch, you know.
It's hard to get in, man. It's look.
Like audio's wonderful,
If
but
we had thought to start this 10 years ago, this would be a different story. Actually, it might not be because it's changed so much over the past decade, but
sure.
uh
Undertow went under.
yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, RIP. But I mean, you know, I think that it's really a thing where it's like you kind of have to learn as you go, like figure out how to get a channel going because it's hard. Like there's so much video game shit on YouTube now.
Yeah.
And like a lot of it's been there for a long time.
But I
Yeah.
also think that I also think and also like that we haven't really been putting it on YouTube really to like just as kind of another format, but we haven't really changed anything. We're not like going on it to necessarily get viewers. We're doing it because we like
I
it.
want the fame and fortune.
Yeah.
I want to be the next Trevor Martin. All right.
Hey,
CS:GO Lotto. I'm starting that.
Hey,
Yeah.
let's just start a bunch of fake YouTube drama. I think that's the way to go. Or we need to
Sure.
start dressing as Spider-Man and
Sure.
Elsa's.
I'm not doing that.
What are you talking about, Spider-Man and Elsa? What is that?
You don't remember? She used to always talk about this thing.
It's a real thing.
I know.
What are you talking about?
Spider-Man and Elsa, like the baby toddler videos.
No.
That look like they're about to be like the entrance to a porno. And they're
Keep
all,
your
like,
toddlers away from Shanae Howard.
Well, it's like pink Spider-Man pregnant quintuplets Joker poop prank.
You like the Joker.
How do you like the Joker?
Half.
Yeah, I showed y'all a video. Like I showed y'all a video. One of the there was like a gumball machine. Like the gumballs are poisoned.
I don't remember that. I do not remember that.
Ryan, I also want to thank you for bringing me this delicious tangerine Red Bull.
I also
problem.
appreciate the Red Bull.
Yeah.
Sponsor us, please.
Yeah.
Also, if you can't tell, it's colder in San Antonio this week.
Yeah, it's a
Really?
freezing 57 degrees right now.
For us, it's
Oh.
cold.
Yeah.
God, I just
To be
So-
fair, this
so
morning
cold.
it was like 30 something though.
last night it was chilly.
And I feel like 30. Look, every time, like as a Texan, every time I say, "Man, it's cold," and then everybody who lives up north is like, "Well, if you think that's cold,
Yeah.
blah 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 blah."
Yeah, but when you live in a state, look, what it was
I wanna see
3
that-
years ago, 4 years ago, we had 100 days over 100 degrees. You know, that's us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see them live in that heat.
Also,
that humidity.
I feel like 30.
And say something.
I feel like 30 degrees is cold for anybody.
Yeah,
Like I think that's just.
no, because like apparently your body gets acclimated to it.
Ryan, I like your hoodie.
Thanks,
I like
man.
it too.
Yeah.
I got this. You ought to know. You bought it.
That's a good one there.
Yeah. No, actually, an ex-girlfriend bought it, so rest in peace to that one.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Because you killed her
I didn't. Well, figuratively, I guess.
And literally.
socially.
Yeah. No, she's still friends with some of my friends, so that kind of sucks. But no, it's like I woke up this morning, power was off.
Oh yeah, you told me. You took a cold shower.
I took a nice cold shower.
Oof.
That was shitty.
Oi,
Yeah, I woke up and I was
You
like,
should have just showered here.
because then I gotta bring stuff and it's
There's
that'd be a
Old
whole
Spice.
thing.
Well, you
You
wear
can
my
use- you can-
clothes
you can
and then
use
keep them
Bradley's Old
like you like to do.
I one shirt, Tom.
Yeah.
One shirt,
One
3 years ago.
one shirt's one shirt too many.
Yeah.
It's a good shirt.
Would it still fit you
R.I.P.
if I gave it
shirt.
back?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give it back.
Okay. I don't want to know.
Why? Because it's got my stink all over it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Guys, you know what I've been playing this week?
What?
Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus. Mm-hmm. I haven't finished it yet.
Have you been killing Nazis?
I've been killing a shitload of Nazis, man. That game is so good. It's so goddamn good, and it's actually shaping up to be pretty depressing, but it's a good game.
Looks good.
So I went into the graphic settings, right? And you're used to low, medium, high, and ultra, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so in Wolfenstein, it has beyond ultra, there's Uber and Mein Leben.
That just means ultra. They're just titling it differently to be funny.
So then what's low, medium, high, and ultra then?
Just lesser, Ultra is the best one, regardless of what they decide to call it.
Okay.
Hey.
So if I'm playing,
It's not like them putting those settings magically made your performance jump up,
Well, no, graphic settings are they ever? Well, I guess they are tied into performance, the low,
Yeah.
right? But
Ultra doesn't make everything better.
That's true.
no, it does not. Hey, so Tom, and maybe Shanae, when you had a computer, did you use the GeForce Experience,
Sometimes.
to optimize the graphic settings?
No.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Typically I prefer to set that stuff myself.
Yeah.
But NVIDIA, the games at least that are recognized by that program, they're just telling you, hey, this is what you should set out if you want optimum performance. Sure. Not necessarily the best visuals, but
Sure.
Still a smooth frame rate.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Oh, I've had that, but I didn't. I always, set my own settings.
It seems better that way. What I have been doing is
Fuck your suggestions.
because it'll
tell what to
optimize
do.
it, and then you can use that as kind of a baseline, and then tweak from there.
My whole thing is let me decide how high I want to set it before my computer explodes.
Yeah. Let me do that.
Yeah.
Let me make this gaming PC just turn into a flaming ball of lava on my
Sure.
lap.
I feel like that's the end game every time, right? That's what you want.
And
Can
check
I
out
just
the
get-
graphics on that lava.
Yeah.
Can I get third degree burns on my legs because
Yeah.
I'm running this so hard?
Yeah. I don't ever see people play laptops on their lap. In my entire life, I've only seen people use laptops on their lap a handful of times.
I didn't always do it, but especially whenever me and my roommates would all play WoW together,
You do your raids.
I would normally I would just have a setup near the kitchen
Yeah.
because I'd always be going for snacks.
Yeah.
So then I would have but if not all of us are playing, then I would just put my stuff on the desk.
I told you last week that I started playing World of Warcraft again, and
How you liking that Legion? People seem to love it.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like is they added the Demon Hunter class,
Right.
but
As they should have.
only 2 races in the game can be that. So I didn't care for that.
Whites.
Kinda. Yeah. So I've been playing that off and on, not as much as I had anticipated, but I've been playing it just enough to enjoy it, and then but not get tired of the grind that game is.
I don't know. I can't do it.
Yeah.
But
Because you came into it late, and then you
Yeah.
was
yeah.
Meh.
Do you ever think of going back to Old Republic?
No, not really.
Yeah. You enjoyed your time with it though.
People seem happy that you can play it on Xbox now, though.
Can you?
Yeah, they this week started the original Xbox backwards compatibility, and that is one of the games, one of the first games. Yeah.
Nice.
I
play it again.
I'd rather go back to Crimson Skies.
I'm not seeing the connection here.
They're both original Xbox games. that
No,
you can now
not
play.
to the Old Republic. The Old Republic.
Oh, the Old Republic. Fuck. Sorry, my bad. No, I'm good with MMOs.
Yeah.
Unless something super original comes out, I'm good. I wanted to get into Guild Wars 2. I never did that, but
Yeah, Bert has been RPing on Old Republic.
Yeah.
But he hasn't been playing as much lately because he's been playing Destiny 2. And then me and him have been playing Final Fantasy 14.
Destiny 2 just came out for PC. Is he
Yes.
playing it there?
Yes, he's waiting for that.
How's
Yeah.
he liking it? I've been like
Substantial visual upgrade.
he
as to be
likes to
expected.
yell a lot
of course.
sometimes.
At you.
I mean,
okay.
yeah. Yeah. But I haven't really actually talked to him about it because I'm not really into Destiny. So
Me neither.
I tried getting into some of the story,
Ryan though
but
loves it.
but yeah, he yells a lot. So I think
There
that's
you go.
and laughs a lot. So I'm gonna take that as he's
Is that
enjoying
baby
it.
boy?
Yeah, I'm glad people are liking it. It's
yeah.
just not for me.
But I have been enjoying playing Final Fantasy 14, and we've been doing cross-platform, and I've been playing on PS4 while he plays on PC.
Man, 14's doing real well still.
Yeah. So
Yeah, and it's still $60.
Yeah.
I played that a lot when it first came to PS4.
That's right, you did.
Like I was super into it, and I can't remember for the life of me what happened. I just stopped playing it.
I have a guess.
Okay.
Is it the fact that they try so hard to make you use that touchpad, and then it just like sometimes won't hide the chat, and sometimes will, and sometimes we'll just like click around to random bullshit, and sometimes the map
Just use
also
the touchpad, okay?
I played.
Mark Cerny put it there for you to use. Use it.
I played it with keyboard and mouse, so that wasn't a problem for me.
Oh, because that was my original problem, and I cussed so
Shanae,
much.
it sounds like you should just put a keyboard and mouse onto your PS4.
Yeah.
It's
easy as pie.
If you want to shame Mark Cerny like that.
Yeah, I mean, because look, if you have beef with him, why don't you write him a letter? Say, hey, Mark.
I don't have an extra keyboard, so if someone wants to donate me one, holler at me.
Donate me one.
Yeah. Start a GoFundMe for your new keyboard. I need $14.99 for my new keyboard.
But I want it to light up.
Oh yeah. Well, that sounds useless.
That's RGB, Shanae.
Yeah.
No. I want someone to just get sticky lights and tape them to there.
I can do that for you.
Yeah.
And I can just press them and turn them on.
That's like 5 minutes of work. Boom, you got yourself a fancy keyboard there. You get one of those keyboards from Walmart. They're like $15. Put some lights on that some bitch. You're good to go.
Yeah. Like,
I just keep picturing a keyboard with a book light on it now.
Yeah.
basically, yes, is what I want. I want like those ones that you
With a
put
Game
under
Boy
the
light.
cabinets and you can like touch them, so like the cabinet will have more light.
Yeah.
I want one of those. I want a big like stupid bulb on there. I want my keyboard to
right.
also be a lamp.
Big stupid bulb.
Stupid hot dog.
Big stinky hot dog.
There you go, Shanae. Hey, are we doing trivia this week?
Oh fuck! I forgot about trivia.
Okay.
Wait. Okay. What is the first game? Or excuse me. What was the last game released for the NES?
Oh fuck. Oh.
I got to be more on the ball with trivia. Sorry, guys.
Tecmo Bowl 2005.
Echo the Dolphin.
Echo the Dolphin wasn't on. That's the Sega game, Shanae. The answer is Wario's Wood, so I win.
You got something you want to plug this week?
I'll think of something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's plug it up.
All right. Okay, guys. So I'd like us to spend the next 45 minutes coming up with our new original video game. All right. So first,
We gotta pick a genre.
right. So what kind of video game are we visualizing? Like, what kind of video game is this going to be? So what have we been playing a lot of? I've been playing a lot of dungeon crawlers and first-person shooters lately.
I've been playing a lot of Mario Kart and Golf Story, which is an RPG.
Mm-hmm.
I've been playing a lot of MMOs, JRPGs,
Okay.
puzzle games,
Okay. All right. So
and Tommy's.
You don't say.
I bet you will find a way to throw some Otomi in there.
Oh.
I say we go RPG.
RPG? Okay. So we
RPG is probably the easiest.
Okay. So genre is RPG.
Now, if we're making a game,
Uh-huh.
I've thought a lot about making games, and there's a couple of things that I want to keep in mind that I think we should strive for. One, mechanics should serve other mechanics. We talk about like downwell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every function in that game has multiple purposes. A jump is also a fire, is also a landing to reload. Like
Sure.
each thing serves multiple purposes.
Right.
Two, I think in story, we talked about this recently when talking about shows like Frasier or Cheers and games like Firewatch. Having a character that is not seen but heavily built upon is usually a strong plot point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we got an RPG. What were you gonna say, Sirene?
Are we doing like Western
That's
or
what I was. That's
Japanese?
man, we're mind melding today.
Oh
All
my
right.
God.
So is this gonna be turn-based?
Are we
It's gonna
best
be.
friends right now?
No, we're not. Like turn-based. Is this an action RPG? What are we doing?
Turn-based.
Turn-based. All right. General consistency is a turn-based RPG. Now, obviously, we have a party system, right?
Okay.
So
You can date
We
everyone.
don't
in your
have to,
party.
but we can.
we see that. So I mean, we could.
Maybe you have to court your party. You know?
There's the Otomi element there, right there,
Yeah.
right?
You have
Like,
to get
that's
all the
actually pretty cool.
boyfriends.
Yeah.
So or girlfriends.
Like they don't join your party until you actually invest some time and
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
All right.
it's like Persona, but like it doesn't automatically happen. Oh, so not all of them automatically happen
Yeah.
as far as the benefits go.
Because
Yeah.
like with Persona, like as like
but they're still in your party though.
yeah,
Yeah.
like they join like as
Yeah.
part of a story
To
beat,
get them
right?
to actually join, you have to court them.
Uh,
So like maybe like one per kingdom or whatever you want to call it, you know.
Nah, everyone's just real
village.
okay with like dating multiple people. It's not an issue.
okay, so party system is
Wait, so are we dating all of them?
we can't date all of them,
Or are we
we
just
can build friendships with them.
like an Otomi, finding out what they like,
Yeah.
you know, things of that nature?
Yeah. Okay, so the party system is Otomi based, in which you got to build friendships to get someone to join your party. So
Obviously, this is JRPG style,
obviously,
I mean, turn-based.
turn-based.
Very few westerns are turn-based.
okay.
I guess like VATS is sort of turn-based, but not really. you
Yeah,
know?
not really. That's still kind of real time. Okay, so how many members can you have in your party at a time?
It needs to be manageable.
4.
No more than 4 or 5. Yeah.
Okay. So let's go with 4. 4 members.
including the player character or not.
Yes, including the
Yes,
including the player character. Okay,
Yes.
so 3 additional.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so 4 people in the 4 people in the party. Now, are we going to be able to switch them out?
Yeah,
or,
of course.
Okay.
Because if we throw the Otomi element in there, there's like multiple options for who you can court and who ultimately joins your party. Yeah, I think you have to be able to switch.
Also going to leave the possibility that on a given playthrough, you'll miss out on a party member that you didn't romance enough. Like you can get through the whole game without
I
like
say. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
you can get through the whole game without a specific person in the party just because you didn't spend any time with them.
Yeah, I say like not every like
You right there?
yeah. Sorry. Me and him are melding.
Getting
We
choked
both-
up. So
Well,
good.
I'm so happy.
This is the game I always wanted.
I always wanted to romance my party members. It's why I love Mass Effect.
Gross.
I say like yeah, missing party members doesn't necessarily have any negative effects on your stats as
Sure.
a person or your endings you can get.
Right.
Because I think
Well, I feel like having certain people. I feel like that should have an effect on the endings in some way.
like you could still go through the storyline. I say that like who you have in your party only like really changes like cutscenes and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and like kind of like maybe small elements of it, so you can be like, oh, like a fun moment with your best friend.
Well, I think they should each character should have something specific to them when it comes to gameplay mechanics. Like if you think about
that for sure.
like Octopath Traveler, the demo they released, like Primrose can recruit literally just about any NPC to fight with her. Whereas I forget the guy's name. There's another character that you play as that can fight any NPC.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I just don't like I don't like certain like characters in Otome games. Like I hate like the little like younger cutie boy, that's like super like Yeah, just like cutesy,
No
love.
cutie boys.
Yeah.
Hope was that his name?
I don't know. Are you talking about Hope from Final Fantasy
13?
13?
Yeah, he's a cutie boy.
He's a good boy though.
Little cutie boy.
I'm
He's a
talking
good
about Notomi games.
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm talking about Notomi games, like as far as like an interest and like.
you want a man?
Yeah, a man's
Yeah.
man.
And I
Man.
wanna say, but I'm gonna say like if there's like certain characters in the game that someone just doesn't connect with or doesn't like that like character stereotype, then they shouldn't get penalized for not wanting to hang out with them because I.
Oh no, agreed.
Yeah,
Agreed. Well, that's why you have the different options, right? I think that the girly boy. I think that the boy should be there,
Yeah.
but you don't have to have him.
Yeah, he's there for people who want a boy.
Right.
Yeah, but you shouldn't get penalized for not picking him up.
No, absolutely not.
Like
You just have a different experience.
Risk
Yes.
reward. Everybody's got something good. Everyone's
Okay, so I feel like
bad.
we should walk this back a little bit because I think one thing that we kind of glossed over was thematically what's the game about? Is it high fantasy? Is it dark fantasy? Is it more like science and magic like Final Fantasy 4 was it?
I'd like something more contemporary.
Okay.
You know,
I like low fantasy mixed with science.
maybe like
Cyberpunk.
not so distant future.
Okay.
You know,
All right. So Cyberpunk 2077.
no, that's pretty far in the future, man.
Yeah.
Like
50 years from now.
like 2030.
2030? Okay.
know.
All right. So guns are
Yeah,
firearms?
guns are there.
Firearms. Are we going to have
No, I think
swords
it should be a little bit further than like 20 years.
like in the future?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the 50 years because it gives us more wiggle room to have cool random shit.
Like lasers?
Yeah, like lasers.
Okay. So we're going to have
You guys know lasers are already a thing, right?
Not lasers you didn't battle with.
What we call that weaponized.
yeah.
You know what that is? You know, you know where he is.
You know where Harvey is? All right, so future setting with now lasers, laser guns. Like, we're still doing
I
swords,
want
right?
lightsabers,
Lights-
basically.
Okay. Well,
Well, you're gonna have licensing issues there.
yeah. So we
All
have
right.
to. We have to.
So is
kind
this
of
a Star
modify
Wars
it.
game? Is this a
What's-
single-player Star
what's that-
Wars game from
what's
Visceral?
What's that thing that Travis Touchdown had? What is that thing?
Oh, the dildo thing? I don't know what it is.
But it looked kind of like a lightsaber, but
Yeah.
it wasn't quite.
Right. There has to be a difference. Sure.
Yeah. You can do like
We'll call it a laser sword.
the
Yeah.
laser sword. So there's
I'll come up with a better name.
all right. So it's going to be future and with laser weapons, laser
Not
guns.
all laser weapons.
Not all lasers.
All right.
You can just choose.
I need a shotgun in there.
Yeah. So just like there's like contemporary weapons.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like Fallout, right? Like
The tech is what like a mage would be. You know.
yeah. Okay. All right. So instead of magic, nah, I'm kind of lost on that one.
Like maybe there's no magic, but because it's like tech that we don't yet have,
Yeah.
it seems more fantastical.
Okay.
You know.
Like, you can have like gloves and maybe have like some sort of magnetic platelets in there.
Sure.
That, like, so you can like somehow use them with other stuff.
My mitts.
Have either of you seen Ruby?
I know
I
of
tried.
Ruby.
I tried.
But you know enough of the weapons though. Where like, did you watch any of the trailers?
I know one person has the big scythe.
Yeah,
thing.
Ruby. She
Okay.
has a scythe that's also a sniper rifle and also like something else.
Yeah. She's kind of a party by herself, I guess.
And then her sister has like these gloves that like power up and they like send kind of blasts. Of
Power
energy.
gloves?
Yeah, power gloves.
Do they call them power gloves?
Also,
No.
Huey from the Boondocks had the black power glove, and that was awesome.
That was awesome. Can we have a black power glove in this game?
Yes,
Okay.
that's yeah.
Okay.
Let's talk about our main character.
Okay. So
What's my motivation here?
all right. I don't want it because we talk about this all the time where you have an RPG, right?
Okay.
And it's all like and they gave you all this other shit to do, but you also have this like world-ending calamity that you got to stop, or some pressing crisis that you have to avert.
Right.
Like with Fallout, they're like, hey, build your base up, but also like maybe go find your son.
Yeah.
Whereas what we
You want good context for the things we're doing.
right, but like we also talked about Pokemon, where it was just like there's no world-ending calamity, just like go be awesome at Pokemon.
Right.
Right. So I feel like those are the ways we could go about it. Do we want this character to be tasked with like saving the world?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
Okay. What about you, Shanae?
I want it to be a very because if we're in the future, we could do like a no fate but what we make type situation,
Okay.
like a Terminator situation. We got to do something to prevent something that we know is going to happen if we don't do that something.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. So we have to stop Skynet.
Like she's gonna blow him away.
Yeah.
Come
Come on.
Yeah.
Hasta la vista, baby.
I mean, how humorous do you want this to be? Do you want this to be very tongue in cheek? Do you want this to be like a serious, like save the world thing?
I mean, I like serious, but
Okay, I like serious.
we're
too.
not making Earthbound here.
Yeah.
I mean, saving the world is fine. Well, what kind of person are we to where we would have the ability to know these things to save the world?
Well,
Are we gonna have this
so
like
talk about
wrong
like
place, wrong time?
an unseen main character. We could have somebody, an apparition or a message from somebody that tells us what's going on. But it has to be believable,
Yeah.
If I just came to you and say, hey Ryan, this is going to happen, you're not going to set off on some grand adventure.
Yeah.
Well, you're also not a ghost.
'cause there has to be a reason for them to actually believe
Sure.
things.
Okay.
Which ghost would have to tell you something?
The
for
ghost
you
of
to
Christmas past,
Yeah.
Oh,
No, it'd be the
Ryan.
ghost from Christmas future, like the one from Aqua Teen.
or Ghost Dad.
Yeah. Well, okay, so I was thinking about this. As far as the main character is concerned, would it be like with Octopath and other games like Star Ocean, like they give you the option to choose one of maybe two main characters, and their beginnings are different depending on who you choose. Like, for example, Star Ocean starts with, like, you can either be Rena or Claude. Claude is an ensign on a starship who crash lands on a planet and kind of has to try to find his way home, whereas Rena is a girl from, like, a small village, like trying to kind of find her way.
So like the Western RPG thing, where in the character creator, when you choose your race, you're from this planet and these are your motivations type things.
But they're kind of both preset, though.
Okay.
Because both Rita and Claude, like, their shit's preset. You can't change
Yeah.
it. You just choose who you play as. But it's still, like, all part of the same world, though.
Yeah, I say we just do the one character.
Okay,
And,
so
and it is unseen.
I agree.
I say,
One character is better for writing purposes.
okay, so
and also, we're not even gonna do like. Are we gonna do like a character creator if we're never gonna see?
well,
them?
I feel like that's not something you really see in JRPGs. It's kind of like the characters, like it's like a preset, like pre-built.
Shanae,
person.
your audio is a little bit low.
Sorry.
There you go.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
So that doesn't necessarily mean that's something we can't do. Would you want to like kind of build them up?
I like doing character creators, but
What about character creator just for appearances, right? So you can make the character look how you want them to look, but the story is still set in stone.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, character creator as far as that goes.
Okay. So the main character is somebody
But
that
then
we
you'll
make.
never see yourself again.
Well-
Ever.
What? No.
No.
Yes, you will.
Yeah, like from the like all the JRPGs are like top like isometric.
Third person, right?
Yeah. But it'd be
Right.
but like close enough so that you could see like the detail of the character that you made. And you can so at that point we have to make it to where the story has to be like the gender of the character does not like factor into anything at all.
Yeah.
Well, I think
And
that's actually pretty good. There's a lot of games that do that more recently, where that like whether you choose male or female, you're still courting the same sex.
Yeah.
And I know
Right.
that like this might not necessarily be a relationship thing. We're not necessarily courting them to be with them. We're courting them to join our party. But
Sure.
but if there is a romantic interest,
I
you know.
say, I say like it kind of be more on a sliding scale as far as like instead of just like male female button.
Yeah.
And you can just have whatever attributes you want
Yeah.
on the person. Like everything
So you want a gender slider?
Yeah, basically. And then
I mean, I've never seen that, so that'd be cool.
and the story still the same. It's like it doesn't matter because like you as a being in this video game, it doesn't matter what gender you are.
If your gender slider is all the way to the left, does that mean that you're a male with a really big wiener?
No, because like each part of the
And then as you slide it, the wiener, and then turns into a vagina.
No, that'll be just the genitalia slider. It won't be like
Okay.
the gender slider.
So we're
'cause
making
it's just
Conan?
the genitalia.
We're making Conan, yeah.
We're making Conan,
Okay.
but instead of just a dong slider, it goes like
Which one of
dong
you
slider
pranksters?
all the way over to a really tight vagina.
Yeah. A really tight wiener
Yeah.
to a really
So tight.
tight vagina.
Like, which tight do you want?
Yeah.
How
How tight do you want your penis?
Because
You can do that.
Also, I'm gonna keep stressing here.
Okay.
You can have as many girlfriends and boyfriends as you want.
Feel like that would get a bit convoluted though. Well, depending on how many we're putting in the game, right?
Well, it's like whoever you're partying, like all will be is like cutscenes and
So
stuff.
you think everybody in the party is somebody that we're romantically involved with?
You can be just friends with them. It's like Persona. You can be
Because
just
you can court somebody without, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be a romantic thing.
I'm saying like Persona, you can choose like romantic or just friendship.
Sure.
I had an idea. All right, so Tom, like, and I feel like this is a way that we could like kind of integrate that whole courting thing. Is so it's kind of in the future. We're trying to stop some kind of world-ending calamity. It's probably technology-based or something.
It's too on the nose. Can't be technology based.
What do you think?
I don't know. But like, you know, that's what people expect. They expect it to be technology based, right?
So could it be like some kind of
AI or whatever.
otherworldly?
Yeah.
Do we want aliens to do this?
Aliens are cool.
I mean,
though.
who doesn't want it? Aliens or Draculas or something.
Yeah, aliens, Draculas, zombies.
Future zombies?
Yeah, future zombies. Yeah. Like, okay, so like, you know, keeping like with like the
No one's gonna buy this game.
no, I'll buy it.
Yeah. Why wouldn't they buy this game?
Yeah, it's sounding pretty good so far. We're making an original game here. All right, this is a.
You can get.
And we're gonna publish it through Game Trust.
How many
No.
people bought Conan for the dong slider? And we have.
I can think of one. All right, so, all right, I feel like you could like, to get the people in your party, right? Because let's say you find out about whatever's happening, right?
Okay.
You're gonna need their skills.
Right. So
Or
how do you
want
find
them.
out about that? Like, is it through an email? Is it through,
I don't know.
some kind of correspondence?
I don't know.
So I feel
I
like
say like maybe you come across problems that you need skills from,
Yeah.
and you can go and like you could like search online. Someone teach me how to do this.
yeah. So then like,
or yeah, something like that. So you get in contact with them there, and then that's when you start the friendships.
dude,
and then
that's exactly what I was thinking. Oh my god.
what do you think, Tom?
It's fine.
Yeah. All right. So
You don't sound excited.
It's fine. It's fine.
You
okay.
sound more excited.
Yeah, like you establish contact online, then you kind of correspond with this person, then you build up that relationship to the point where it's like,
I mean, you guys really think anyone's using email that far in the future?
And not
people are still using Facebook Messenger.
no, we're talking about corresponding. We didn't say I didn't. Yeah, you get
Well,
in contact with
that's
them.
that's a fair point though. Like, how are they corresponding, right? Because no one uses email anymore.
I'm
Mind
assuming.
mail.
I'm assuming
Yeah.
definitely
Mind Jack,
in like 50 years,
me, you,
contact computers. Like obviously,
contact computers.
like
What is
they're-
contact computers?
Like
oh, like contact lens computers.
yeah.
Contact computers. All right.
We gotta
I
shorten
mean,
it. We gotta shorten it.
Okay. So okay.
Or something along those lines.
But that still doesn't like answer the question of like how they came into contact with one another. Like, are we talking like a Black Mirror thing where like everybody that you meet, like you get immediately like hooked into their social networking thing?
That's a good. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so we can do that.
That's kind of a contact
Like-
computer.
I mean, what do you think about
But
it?
instead of it going the social media route, it does like kind of your value and your worth and some of your skills.
Yeah, like the Black
but
Mirror thing.
But it'll say it vaguely. Like it'll be like for like somebody who's a construction worker, it'll be like, oh, Trevor, construction worker.
Yeah.
Like cement, and
It's a
then
good name.
like some
Cement,
and then like something else.
wood, nails.
Hammers.
I didn't know what cementing or like cement work would be called, and I realized it after I said the word cement, and I was like, I don't know where to go with this.
Yeah.
But like you get the general gist
Sure.
of what I'm talking about. Like it's
Sure.
like okay, cement mixing or like foundation laying or something that he is especially good at or better than the others. Kind of like a full resume
Yeah.
to like, and then like you can have
Elite special forces. right?
Yeah.
I'm
so
picking
instead
up
of
that
it, like,
guy.
yeah. So instead of like everyone address, it's like a LinkedIn always.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty much what the Black Mirror thing was.
Yeah.
Is
But
that
theirs
kind
was
of
like
a
a
LinkedIn?
social thing, and theirs was like
Yeah.
a score and a rating and pictures. It wasn't. It didn't. Have,
Oh,
like,
and that's how you can when you level, that goes up. You know?
Yeah.
Zoop, 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 zoop.
Yeah. I mean, that could be cool. And then, like, so you meet people in the world,
I mean, it's
and
not like-
then you use your contact computer to link up with them, right?
Do we want it to be a computer? Or do we want it to be like a Pet Boy, like a wrist thing that you wear?
Like like a smartwatch.
A
Yeah.
visor.
Like,
I'm super down with the like past your face visor.
are you talking about like the fucking poker dealers?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I'm talking about the I'm talking about like that old people like keep all the sun off your face visor. That's like
Oh yeah. Sure. A visor. Fine. It's a visor now. Like it projects holographic images of other people into your eyes. Okay. So we get the people, and is there a central enemy? Is there a central antagonist?
There has to be, but what?
Okay, because if it's aliens, is it like a central alien, or just like aliens in general? Not robots, right?
Not
if it's-
robots.
If it's gonna be aliens, obviously, I feel like the government's gonna be involved.
What about aliens that have already been living among us for a while?
Like alienation.
You know, like things seem good, but
Yeah.
then they
Where they
turn.
live.
It
What
was just a ruse the whole time. You know, we're living in peace for 50 fucking years, but then,
Yeah.
bam.
It's been the Scientologist all along.
Yeah. So, like, all right. So then, okay, I think we can go with that.
Because that already, like, there's a reason for the lot of them to already be here.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. And how is the main character tipped off to something going on?
He falls in love with one, and she's killed by members of her fellow race.
Okay, check this out. So, like we said, it's a unseen
he.
character, right? Unseen character that you over time build a relationship with, but you never see them. They contact you through your fucking visor thing or whatever, and they give you some sort of evidence to believe that what they're saying is actually true. Or maybe they don't give you evidence at all because you can look outside and see that shit's going bad, right? And you're building a relationship with this person over the course of the game, but towards the final act, you find out that they were an alien all along,
No,
and
that's
you've fallen into their plan.
That's super cliche.
Is it?
I feel like it's not convoluted enough for a JRPG.
Well, I mean, there's going to be a lot of shit. We're talking JRPG style game. You're talking 50 to 100 hours. Some stuff's going to happen along the way.
I feel like that throughout the game there will be that suspicion that this unseen person is not on the level. Like they keep like what you were saying with Barry when we're playing Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Like you trust him, but do you?
I mean, you did.
Of course I do. He's dad of the year, but you didn't.
If we want this to not be as far in the future and still have laser swords, we can say that like we got the idea of the technology from the aliens. No one's ever known where it came from. Like so they just think like somebody discovered it.
Or it can take place in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah.
A galaxy
There could be a secret order of
adjacent.
space wizards who use these laser swords,
Galaxy
and also
adjacent.
have mind powers.
Yeah. Because of the Metamorians in their blood.
Metamorians.
I
Yeah.
thought we wanted serious.
I mean, you're the one that wants it to be Star Wars.
Fine, then no laser swords. And
Okay. So
disappointed.
There's fine. We can have the swords tonight. We
We're
can
not
have the
gonna
swords. There's room for the
We're not
swords.
gonna have magic.
We can have, you want to have magic? We can have magic. There can be magic in the future. You want future magic?
I want like low fantasy, like mild.
what is
amount.
low fantasy?
I want
Is that
lowbrow.
Like
Leisure Suit Larry?
like the abilities are like kind of like so there's like so it's not gonna have like dragons. It's not gonna
Okay.
be like super like spelling like breaking of the worlds. It's normally done like just small bits here and there, like things that a human could learn how to do or
Okay.
like be given enough drugs or like something
Like Kung Fu.
like with Ruby, how they have like the powders that give them the powers and
Yeah, they
their
call that
weapons.
Mirakuru.
Yeah. You ever watch Arrow?
Yes, I
Okay.
watched more Arrow than both of you.
Okay, so you know about the Mirakuru.
You know, I don't
You
think
don't-
that
you don't know
Mirakuru
about-
is trademarked. Like, we could probably use the word Mirakuru and be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that Mirakuru, like that's how you restore your MP.
Right.
Is you do you eat it? Do you huff it? Do you like what do you do with it?
Wasn't it a shot? I don't remember.
No, you're thinking of Vertigo. Maybe.
I'm thinking of well, no, Vertigo wasn't a shot, was it?
Vertigo was a pill.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how you take. How do you take Mirakuru, Arrow Expert?
I feel like it was a shot.
I'm assuming an injection.
I feel like it was a powder.
Like a Nestle Quick type thing.
Yeah.
That you
Like you
snorted?
put it in your milk and drink it.
No, remember? Okay, remember how like in Resident Evil when you mix the herbs, they turn
Yeah,
into the dust. I feel like that's what Mirakuru is. Green dust.
We were cool.
Green dust? It doesn't matter.
Okay, so
Super Soldier Serum.
We're getting off
Okay.
on a tangent.
here's the question that I'm wondering. All right, over the course of this 100-hour RPG, like there's got to be some combat, right?
Yes.
Who are you fighting?
You're fighting aliens. Or,
Fighting the aliens.
But like here's okay, so as far as gameplay mechanics go, combat I over the past couple months played a bit of Mario plus Rabbids, and I like the fact obviously it's a different kind of game, but like you do one action and it allows you to do like several actions. That's how I'm going back to the mechanics influencing other mechanics.
Sure.
So like a Mario RPG where timing is a thing, I don't want to do that, but like something similar to where it's still turn-based,
Sure.
but there is some sort of active thing to
Well,
it.
I like. How about this? Because you ever play Valkyrie Profile?
No.
Okay, so Valkyrie Profile, like each of your party members is their actions are mapped to one of the face buttons.
Okay.
So like one character is controlled by triangle, one is controlled by square, and so on.
Right.
And then like you can set up combos that way if you do them in the right sequence.
Okay, who published that?
Square.
Okay, so I like it. We can use it. Tokyo RPG makes the game.
Okay. All right. So Tokyo RPG Factory makes the game. Because they're the classic RPG arm of them.
Yeah,
right?
it's they made Setsuna, which is successor to Chrono Trigger. Like
Yeah.
if you're gonna copy something, do it with the people who know what they're doing.
Good at
and,
something and don't
you
do
know.
it for free.
Well, yeah, exactly, and people won't raise an eyeball if they're doing it.
Yeah, sure. I feel like it's gonna. When I think of this game.
Raise an eyebrow, sorry. Yeah, but you know what I mean, like.
Yeah.
Because if somebody else does it, they're just going to be like, oh, well, they stole it from this game.
Yeah.
If they do it, it's like, oh, yeah, they're paying homage to their past.
Yeah. Yeah. See, because when as we started talking about this game, like I very much started feeling like it would aesthetically look like Valkyrie Profile. I don't know if either of you have seen what that game looks like, but
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like it would look like that game, and like the more we talked about it, like the more I feel like it would play like that game too, as far as
the battle system.
yeah, as far as the battle system is concerned.
I also think as far as like skill trees, they need to be actual trees.
Yeah.
I don't like when it's just a straight line across it, just like that.
Like when you
dresses
get here,
itself up like a skill tree.
When you get
know?
because you're
Yeah.
gonna unlock these skills
like an
as you
actual
play.
tree, and you can only unlock so much before the game's over.
Yeah.
Like you cannot unlock everything.
The tree. I feel like the tree would be a good counterbalance, so you can not spend as much time or not have people in your party that you come across. So you have those skills, so you don't need them.
Right.
Because like that was my biggest disappointment in Fallout 4 was that there's no weight behind where your decisions as far
'Cause
as
you can-
perks
you
go,
level
because you
forever.
can literally just unlock everything.
Yeah.
I think games are stronger when you have to choose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just makes for more varied gameplay and very different kind of characters and things like that.
Right.
So what do you guys think of this? So
The idea of builds is thrown out the window with that game.
Yeah.
There's
no point in the perks at all, really.
Yeah.
So with the aforementioned Valkyrie Profile, as well as games like Persona, you're on a timeline. There's a definitive.
So you want days.
Well, I feel like if we're going with something that's like kind of a pressing, world-threatening issue,
Good point.
you don't really have time
Good
to
point.
dawdle, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be it's going to give you a lot of gameplay.
Plus, that mechanically helps with skill trees because you can only grind so much.
Right.
Yeah.
You're going to get So like with Valkyrie Profile, you had a certain number of days before Ragnarok was supposed to happen. With Persona 5 and the other games, like you have like a year, and
It's like
you have like a certain amount of time that you can do so much in a day,
because I feel like you only play from like what April to December.
something like that. But
Like I mean, it's not quite a year, but like still a good amount of time.
so like
I
there's a
didn't-
point at which like you come to an end.
I kind of the thing I don't like about Persona is that it makes me paced between palaces like the way it does. I wish it just had like an end goal kind of thing and so that's kind of what I want for us, like to have like, okay, this is like, the day that like shit's gonna go down because of this unknown entity, and it's like a good amount of time, let's say like 6 months.
6 months sounds good.
6 months.
Yeah, we can do 6 months. Yeah.
So in 6 months, 6 months, this is gonna happen, and you have just that date.
Yeah.
There, like, I mean, obviously there's going to be goals, and I think that I think the quest base obviously
Yeah.
is the best choice on there. That way you can keep going back to what the unknown entity wants you to do, and then obviously have your side quest for your friendship things. And it'll be a good menu like next to it for like the journaling, what the characters like, and going to their profiles in the menu.
So I feel like there should have to also be like, there's gonna be coming to a point where, because you're building relationships with like people that are in your party, but also like there's a relationship to maintain with whomever is like this unseen character who is like guiding you or talking to you or whatever. And there's gonna be times where like stuff that like maybe like one of your friends wants you to do something and this other person wants you to do something, and maybe those two things conflict, and you have to make a choice like, which one of these things am I gonna go after? Like who am I going to favor more right now?
Those always stress me out, but yes, I love them.
Yeah.
I think it should be actual mapped out places.
Okay.
I think you should be traveling in it.
Okay.
Because if it's gonna affect the whole world.
Yeah.
I think it honestly makes sense to maybe have it in Europe.
Okay.
Like you start out in like France or something, and then you go around to like other European countries, and that way you can also see like awesome architecture, and then we have like backgrounds kind of.
Okay.
It could still work turn-based, and it could still work with the party system. But what do you guys think about games like Etrian Odyssey or like Wizardry, where like it's grid-based and you like kind of have to make your own map as you go along?
That'd be cool. It'd have to see it
Like
could,
maybe only for dungeons or something.
yeah,
like
it had
that.
to only be for dungeons, right? Because we're
Yeah.
talking about like if it's gonna be in Europe and like in an overworld, like that shit's already charted, right?
Sure.
But like maybe there are like secret places that you unlock to like get farther in the story, and like then map that out.
Or like.
And it doesn't even
or-
have to be. It
I
doesn't
don't
even
know.
have to be first person. Like if you think about the old Zelda games,
Yeah.
like those are on a grid.
Right.
You know.
I mean, it would have to be more like when you go into a city, and
Yeah.
then as you unlock it, like there's good and bad there. Like you can find like a dark alley that has like an alien there.
Yeah.
And I don't know, because you have to somehow know who's an alien and who's not at this point.
They live sunglasses.
No, I don't think that they need to visually look like people just
Yeah.
because they've been like living here. Like we know that they've been living here and we've been getting along fine for however many years. They don't have to. They don't have to look like us.
So they're not hidden.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think like the whole mapping out the areas would be cool, because
Well,
that's
yeah,
another
there
layer
has
of
to-
gameplay that's
because
like seems
it's
really
weird.
fun.
It's weird if everyone's getting along and you're fighting aliens and having battles with aliens.
Well,
No,
we explained that.
yeah.
It's like they they've wanted us to think that we are communing for
Yeah.
so many years.
Because it's part of it's part of like a whole big plan. That's part of
Yeah.
the whole conspiracy that this other person or alien maybe is like tipping us off on.
Yeah.
And so
Like
we're
they've been here, we've been getting along fine, but that's part of their plan the whole
right.
time.
So but we need people to help us to like combat this threat, which is why we're trying to get people to join our cause.
But you also like, if I'm assuming we're having battling in here, so
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
we're battling the aliens. So like, where are these battles taking place? Are other humans seeing us
I would
battling
see-
an alien
I would see-
They
and
absolutely
not
could be.
questioning
Yeah.
it? Like, why wouldn't they question it?
They probably would, or maybe they wouldn't. That's a good point, though. Because
figure out,
it'd have
like-
to be with the presumption that
Why would they question it if like early in game, our whole motivation is that they turn on us.
Or
why would they question
maybe
us,
the combat only happens in like dungeons, where like outside of the public view. Like
I'd say like it has to be something that like the aliens have to have like some sort of like mind influence to where like people just keep walking by and don't notice because like the aliens don't want to be perceived as evil by the like general population. So like it thinks it's going to kill you. So it just kind of is just like glamoring what's going on. And then like after you kill it,
oh yeah, then you like it's expecting to kill you and just cover that shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I also feel like
But you have to have something like I feel like at that point though like because we want we could be trying to get them to interrogate them to find out more information. Because we also have to have a reason to want to fight them now.
There's a thing like because I feel like you could kill your enemy or you keep it alive long enough to interrogate it.
Well, I say interrogation is always what you're trying to do, and then it has and then like all of them have different kind of things that
I think interrogation could be a good system, but only for like main enemy characters, like boss type characters, because if you make it for everybody, that's too many mechanics for one game.
Yeah.
Well, you have to be able to like, hey, where is the boss? Like, find it.
Sure. Well, then I feel like that would be more for like we could maybe include that mechanic for something like figuring out like if we're gonna, because I feel like this game's gonna have like dedicated dungeons in it. So maybe using that mechanic to the means of like figuring out where the dungeon is.
Sure, but it needs to only be a once in a while thing.
Yeah.
If it's popping up all the time, between that and map making and the battle system and the skill trees and the Otomi elements, it's too much.
Yeah.
It has everything.
This is the perfect game.
That's, I mean, jack of all trades, master of none. It's too much, you know.
All right.
I feel like.
Then do you want to take out any of the elements to kind of?
We could easily take out the map making. That's not like necessary.
Yeah. Because you could just find a map, I guess.
Yeah.
I really like.
I mean, blueprints and is easily something that you can like have somebody that you want in your party that's like an architect or like a city, it's like a civil service person that has blueprints to all of these things. Maybe certain buildings are like the dungeons, like this brick building is actually like all full of aliens that have been planning stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're going into that.
Wall bogs. Okay. I really like the because I that's not something I like the idea of. I think one of my favorite parts of this is the idea of like courting people to join up with you, because I feel like so many RPGs are just kind of like, hey, so this is a part of the story where you meet this person, so they're.
Well, I mean, a lot of times it's like, hey, do this quest and then I'll join up with you.
Yeah.
But this is more like find out about the person, find out what they like, that sort of thing.
This dude loves chocolate. Go buy him a brownie. He'll give you some city plans.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But I mean, even if it is like straight Otomi elements for that part, that's deeper than most RPGs are for as far as getting people to join your party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even when it is a quest line.
Yeah. So now I'm wondering, like, probably one of the most important parts. What's this game called?
Future visors. I don't know what the fuck. Alienation. I'll be like the third thing called alienation.
Well, I like the first two things called alienation. So
Sure.
Extraterrestrials. E.T. The extraterrestrials. I don't think there's I don't want a name that's like too on the nose.
Sure.
I don't want the word aliens to be in the name.
Sure.
Uh
But I also don't want like an infinite undiscovery type thing. It needs to make at least some sense to somebody who doesn't know the game. It needs to make some sense.
Yeah. Space.
Love me, space baby.
Love Me Space Baby.
God.
Because, I mean, Love Me, there's the Otomi part. Space, there's the aliens. Babies, that's you.
Yeah.
So, we're thinking about in the next 5 years, we're going to be doing a check it out on Love Me Space Babies.
The funny thing is, like, we could pretty much make this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd take a while, but we like the three of us, we could do this.
Yeah. We have the power.
Mm-hmm.
We could do it. Tom.
Actually, you know what? Hey, we should just talk to Red Bull. Name it Red Bull.
Name it Red Bull.
What?
I'm just trying to get that Red Bull. I'm just trying to get that Red Bull sponsorship.
You think that if
I think it's better if like we have some Red Bull billboards or it's a potion of some sort.
Yeah, like just call the game Red Bull.
Call the game gives you wings.
Over the past.
Also, they're not gonna like that.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, they're probably not cool with that.
Thanks, Ryan.
Whoops. I mean, I feel like I feel like Rockstar is kind of more in tune with this stuff right now, anyway. So
Because of that.
yeah, I mean that's an RPG of sorts.
Sure.
So, but then again, Red Bull also had Destiny stuff going on, so I don't know. It's hard to say.
I think Taco Bell too.
Yeah, we should put some Taco Bell in that game. Hey, we should play some McDonald's in that game. I feel like the next game that we think of should be that McDonald's sponsored zombie thing that we thought of.
Well, I've been wanting to do an episode on McDonald's games because there are a lot of them.
More than Burger King.
Mm-hmm.
Burger King had what, 3 of them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Over the past
How
hour.
about Seeking Truth?
Seeking Truth. What did you just Google?
Band name generator.
I was just trying to think of something that's like not super on the nose, but like honestly would look good on the cover.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like it has to be like, I mean, this is a JRPG, so I was trying to think of something that like is kind of along those lines, but not like super fantasy named.
Yeah. That could work. It's better than Red Bull.
What about Love Me Space Baby?
Red Bull presents.
Love Me
Seeking
Space Baby.
Tom, over the past hour, have you thought of something you wanted to plug?
Oh fuck! I totally forgot to.
Yeah. You want to plug? Seeking Truth?
No, I don't.
Okay.
No. You know what? No plug this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's you just won the trivia.
Yes. I'm just the winner.
Yeah. All right. Right on. Shanae,
Yes.
I didn't tell you this because I wasn't sure if you'd freak out or not. But through most of the show, there's been a spider crawling around in your microphone.
Oh, it's a tiny one. It's fine. Oh.
You know, I was driving in the car the other day and listening to the radio, and they're talking about spiders. Did you know that at any given moment, at least in the U.S., there's a spider within 4 feet of you?
I've been hearing that, and I've also heard multiple. I've heard many people. Granted, I don't know their credentials, but I hear a lot of people say that that's not true. But it could be true. I don't know.
I mean, they're not a spider. They don't know how close they are to humans.
Sure. That's a valid point, Shanae. All right, so that's the show for this week, guys. Thank you for listening to us talk about making a game that will never see the light of day.
I got a plug.
We get Red Bull's money.
Read Paper Girls.
Oh yeah, that's
by Brian Vaughan.
That's that comic book you've been reading.
Yeah, so this is the guy that did like Why the Last Man,
nice.
The Boys.
Yeah.
The Boys is good.
I think he did The Boys. Anyways, read Paper Girls. If you like Stranger Things and Halloween, like this trumps all that. Like it's.
What's the elevator pitch?
It's 4 girls. One of them, it's her first night as a paper girl, and aliens happen. But like that's really downplaying it. It's there's a lot of relationship building. There's reasons for you to care about the characters
Is
more
this
so.
basically our game?
No, it gives you more reasons to care about the main characters than something like a television show or a movie can do.
Right.
So yeah, read it.
Paper Girls.
Paper Girls.
All right, guys. Once again, thank you for giving us your time. Greatly appreciate it. If you like us, good. You can also drop us a line at our email at savecontinuepodcast@gmail.com or on our Facebook at savecontinuepodcast. My name is Ryan Robinson. That's Tom Shelby.
Goodbye.
That's Shanae Howard.
Bye, guys.
See you next week.